Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie, and today we're going to test mini Halfwood press number 79. This one is for Elsbeth Knott in Portland, Oregon. Elsbeth ordered her mini Halfwood with the printmaker chest, and she asked for walnut. So it's a very beautiful chest, I think, even if I do say so myself. The mini Halfwood is light, and so I provide a non-stick kind of a gripper pad to go underneath it. This way it doesn't slide around. All the mini Halfwood presses come with a box, and the inside of the box has a certificate of authenticity. A new set of blankets. We use 2 felt blankets with the mini Halfwood. She'll get the DVD that you're watching right now. A test plate, which we etched with the ferric chloride in a test comparing ferric chloride and galvanic etching. And this was number 79, was etched with ferric chloride. And when I'm finished, this will go on the on the card. It also contains an Allen wrench to have in case, in likely event that the wheel ever worked loose. She gets a new test plate and an artist's stamp, a user's manual, and because she's a poet and a reader, I made a bookmarker. Before I get started, I will go over the adjusting of the press. It's important to keep the rollers parallel at all times. If you don't have them parallel, the adjustment system can work loose. So to keep them parallel, it's best to tighten rollers all the way down to the pressed bed, and then count backwards about 12 half turns. Now with the rollers up like that, there's room to put the blanket. And then I tighten the rollers back down. To help people keep the rollers parallel, I made these roller rulers on each side. And the roller ruler has markings on it, so you can compare the heights one with the other. It gives you a general idea. Personally, I go by feeling, and the prints themselves show me whether the press pressure is equal on both sides. Now the press is set up. I'll get the plate ready. Oh, one more thing. The press comes with a little book. It's called A Brief Story About How It Was Built, what woods are used in it, and a little history about the Halfwood press. I made a little hot plate to use when I'm printing. The inks are softer when they're warm, and sometimes that makes the difference between a good print and a print that's not as good. The ink is an oil-based ink. I'm using a Charbonnel black etching ink, and I'm spreading it around with a cardboard chip, mat board chip, to work it into the lines and textures. And this pad I'm holding it with is a gripper pad, that same non-skid plastic material that I use to hold the press in place. This is the first of 2 proofs that I'll make in the test of the press number 79. And when I'm finished, I will send one print to the owner, Elsbeth, and I'll keep the other print for my own collection. Tarlatan is the typical material for wiping the plate. I have here my nice old black filthy tarlatan I'll start with. When the image is pretty clear, I'll use the paper wipe. Finally, the hand wipe. In case my hand's a little moist, I'll put down some talcum powder. Otherwise my hand will stick to the plate. And finally, I'll clean the edges. I'll be printing on Arches cover today. Arches cover is very versatile paper. People use it for watercolor and printmaking both. I soaked it for about 2 hours in a tray of water, and then I took it out and blotted off the excess water, and I put it in a plastic bag. And now I'm ready for it. I'll probably warm the plate just before I print it. Get my hands cleaned up a bit before I handle my blankets and paper. A little talcum powder is a good idea. And get the paper. We never heat the plate so hot that it smokes or anything like that, or so hot that we can't even handle it, because the inks themselves might actually bake into the plate if they got extremely hot. So we just warm the plate. The bed of the mini Halfwoods is a polycarbonate called by a trade name Lexan. It's not plexiglass, even though it looks like plexiglass. It's very hard and lightweight. For the benefit of the video, I'll turn the press around. I have a practice called the moment number, which is the year and the month and the day and the time. That is the moment it was printed, which is by the 24-hour clock 1427. There's the first trial proof. Okay. Well, that concludes the printing of the first proof on number 79, and it looks successful. The press works. I will be printing another print, and also this is part of an experiment where I compare galvanic etching with ferric chloride etching. So in another video you might see this repeated again by comparing the two types of etching. Well, that concludes this test of number 79. Thanks for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie.